Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of December 14th through December 18th, okay, 2020. And what I want to do here is I will look at all the major forex currency pairs just on a 30-minute time frame, just so we can see what happened this past week, and then I will compare that to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly, and then I'll try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week, okay. So to begin with, I want to say everything was pretty much in a flat range of market, okay, as you can see right here on the screen. So the US dollar is definitely fighting to make a rebound, but it's going to take some time, okay. So everything is fighting to go up right now, so that's causing a lot of friction in the market. So also this past week there was some news that came out with Brexit and caused the Great British Pound to drop, and there was a lot of volatility with the Great British Pound. So we will see what's going to happen with the GBP as well. So to start with, I want to look here on EURUSD. Okay, I get the screen open here. You see on the 30-minute chart that it's been riding pretty much in a flat range of market, okay, and just in a sideways fashion. We do have some good highs and lows. Right now, at this very moment, it looks like it's working its way down, okay, which is a good sign. It's been wanting to work its way down for quite some time. Now, if I go to a higher time frame, such as the 4-hour, check this out. This is what I was saying. It's been wanting to work its way down for a long time. It just hasn't really gone into a downtrend. That's all because of the US dollar. Okay, the US dollar has been very weak, and this is allowing the EURUSD to climb up and maintain. So will it drop? Well, yes, it certainly will, because it keeps hitting the same resistance level right here. I can even mark it so you can see it, but basically, you got this like wall or ceiling where it just can't break, okay. So we know eventually it's going to drop, okay. It's just a matter of time now. You look at the daily chart, same scenario, okay. So we're waiting for this to be dropping, okay. So it's very soon it's going to drop, okay. Look at the weekly chart, okay. We had a signal that came in last week. This week it did not repaint, so that's a good sign. That means that yes, this will be dropping. It's just going to take some time, probably a few weeks. We're already in the middle of December, okay, so we've got about two more weeks or so, of the rest of this year. So we're looking at next year for this to really go into a downtrend, okay. So you just got to hang tight for right now. All right, so now if we look at the 1-hour chart, yes, it's showing the drop. 30 minutes showing the drop. So what's going to happen this week? Okay, well, I predict there'll probably be more of a range of market. All right, and we're going to definitely see the price drop right now. We have a strong support right here on a 30-minute time frame. So I believe right now it would probably be safe to sell, okay, and then wait for a blue arrow on the 30-minute time frame, and then you can buy again. Now when you get that blue arrow, you need to wait, okay. I wait about 5 or 6 candles after you get the signal, and then place your trade. As long as the indicator does not repaint, place your trade, okay. Now once you place a trade, close it on the opposite red arrow, okay, the next opposite color arrow, okay, and just keep repeating that process. Place a trade on one arrow, close it on the opposite, okay. And this way you don't have to be glued to your computer 24 hours a day. You can check this every few hours, about every 5 or 6 hours. It'd be okay once you place a trade. So anyhow, keep your charts on the 30-minute time frame and trade from arrow to arrow. You'll be perfectly fine, okay. Both buy and sell for EURUSD. Moving on to pound USD, okay. Great British Pound versus the US dollar. What's going to happen here, okay? This is, like I said, very interesting. Looks like we're more or less in a flat range of market. We've had a lot of strange activity with the Great British Pound, and this is mainly circulating around Brexit and all the news coming out with Brexit. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but anytime you have a major news like that, political news, that really affects the market, okay, and it's going to cause a lot of volatility, okay. I know a better word, but we're going to have a lot of volatility in the market, okay. And just, I don't even know if volatility is a good word, because you see the movement here is just so very little. It's just really strange, okay. But we should see a continuation. Right now it's showing to go up, okay. That's opposite what we just saw a minute ago. on EURUSD. If we look at 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart shows to go up. Okay, daily shows to go down, weekly shows to go down. So I guarantee you, long term it's going to be dropping. Okay. Yes, you can buy right now because the 4-hour chart shows to buy. Overall, I think it's going to be safe to sell. So if we go to the 1-hour chart here, okay, I'm on the 1-hour chart. I'm just going to mark this. I chose the 1 hour just so you can get a clearer picture. We have a resistance right here. Let me look at the 4-hour. See, we have a resistance here, but it's not marked here on the 4-hour. So we see on the 1 hour, I think the price is going to go back up to this point, maybe, or probably not even that high. We also have a resistance right here. Okay, so this is potentially where the price is going to go to, because if we look at the last 2 arrows, okay, this arrow, red arrow is here, the next red arrow is here, and the next red arrow is here. That's how it's going to happen. Okay, I cannot guarantee, but based on what historical data and based on my experience, I would say that that's exactly what's going to happen. You do not want to buy right now. You could. What I would do, me personally, is I would put a sell limit, pending order right about here. Okay, and I take profit right about here where this blue arrow is. That'll give me about, let's just say I put a sell limit right about here and take profit here. That's 2,000 pips or points in profit. So that's beautiful on the GBPUSD. Okay, like I said, the 4-hour, what's going to happen in the 4-hour? The same thing. It's going to go back up, form a red arrow, and then drop. I do not expect any huge gains for GBPUSD. Okay, especially if the dollar is making a comeback right now. All right, and like I said, the daily and weekly should be dropping, so we can expect long term for this to be dropping. Moving on to AUDUSD, Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, we see here that, you know, it's kind of in a flat range market with a slight uptrend. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I personally did not think that Australian dollar would gain that much. Okay, I thought it was going to be a completely flat range market, but that's okay. All right, that's totally fine. But you know, it's been happening. Okay, now if we look at the 4-hour chart, I want to show you the 4-hour chart. We have a strong signal to sell, has not repainted, so that's a good sign that this will be dropping. We look in the past, we had a red arrow here, and it still continued to climb. Never formed another blue arrow. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? Let me zoom out a little bit. We had red arrow, blue arrow, red arrow, blue arrow, red arrow, blue arrow, red arrow, and then red arrow. Typically, especially on the 4-hour chart, if you get 2 arrows of the same color in a row, the 3rd arrow will be the opposite color. So I feel very, very strongly that this will be dropping for sure. It's just going to take some time. Probably in the next week or 2, we're going to see this slowly migrate south. If you look at the daily chart, okay, it's very rare, highly unlikely to see 2 arrows, you know, of the same color, okay, in a row. So right now we definitely had a strong resistance, and this should be dropping. All right, look at the weekly chart. Again, it's showing to drop, showing the sell. So all indicators are showing the sell. Will it be dropping? Yes, slowly. Okay, if you look at the 1-hour chart, okay, the 1-hour chart shows the sell, and it's just now starting to drop. So what you can do is, like my trap in the price strategy, if you sold right now, there's always a chance it could go up even more, because we don't know. Okay, it's been so bullish for so long. Now what you can do is put a sell limit right about here. Let's just say right about there. How many points is that? Yeah, about 400 points. So 400, 500 points above, right? I like to do about 500 points. Put a sell limit here just in case the price spikes up. because eventually it's going to drop. We know that. And then if we mark this resistance and support right here, okay, what I'm looking for is for that to break and drop down to this support. Okay, you have support, support. So what I would do is I would put a sell stop pennant order here with take profit. Okay, sell limit here, take profit. Sell stop with take profit. So limit, stop, limit, stop. That's a very good strategy. That's what I use. It's not perfect, but it works very well. Here on, let's look at USDCHF. So we know, or I know, that US dollar has been fighting to make a comeback and go back up. Now we see here it's been pretty much in a flat range of market. Kind of strange this past week, but price did drop and then spiked back up some, so ended about where it began. If we look at the higher time frames, look at the 4 hour, it's definitely, you know, starting to go into an uptrend now, slowly. Okay, like I said, it's starting to make a comeback. This is on Friday, so this was like right you know, at the end of the week, so we don't know how much it's going to go. It looks like it's just starting to drop right here slightly. So what I think is going to happen, the daily shows to go up, the weekly shows to go up. I think it's going to happen is that we're going to see pretty much a flat range of market this week. Okay, we're not going to see any huge trends develop. If you look on 30-minute time frame, we have a signal to sell. 1 hour shows the buy, so that's okay. So 30 minutes shows the sell. We're going to have a slight drop. You look right here, we have a support right here on this blue arrow. That is where I'm thinking the price is going to drop. It's not going to go all the way back down here because, like I said, it's slowly working into an uptrend. So we see the price drop some and then go back up. What I would do in this particular case is I would put a buy limit pennant order just a little ways above this green line right here. Okay, and then a take profit, like 200 point take profit. So for example, if I put a buy limit right here, 200 points is like right there. Okay, that's nothing. But the good thing about that, trade can open and close in the same day. So you want to place, I'd rather place a lot of smaller trades versus one big trade that's going to be open for a long period of time. Okay, so what's going to happen this week? Like I said, it's going to be a flat range market, so you should be able to buy and sell both. Okay, using a 30-minute time frame should be perfectly fine. Just when you get a fresh signal on a 30-minute time frame, wait about 5 or 6 candles to see if the indicator repaints or not, and then place your trade, close on the opposite arrow. Okay, very, very simple. Moving on to USD Japanese yen. Here's a classic example of a flat range of market. Price ended almost exactly where it began. So this is not the most ideal time to trade, you know, conditions to trade, because you want to be able to buy on one arrow and close on the other. And yes, you have some profit, but this thing was open for several days and just had a slow, steady trickle. I really don't like. I like when a trade can be, you can trade from one arrow to other and open and close within the same day or the next day. That's really the best time to trade. But like I said, the US dollar is just really really fragile, really weak right now. So let's look at the higher time frames. Okay, it says the buy right now in 30-minute, but let's look at the 4 hour real quick. 4 hours shows to buy, so that's good, and it started to go up and retrace back down. So we know long term this is going to go up. It's just going to take a while. Now if you look at the daily chart, again, the daily chart shows to buy, and yes, it dropped and has not really gone up except for that big spike right there. This big spike, anybody got into it made a lot of money, but since then nobody has really made any money with the US dollar, because everybody keeps thinking it's going to go up, but it actually is dropping. But one thing to notice is that it keeps coming down to like this strong area of support here, So soon it's going to go back up, okay? Guaranteed. If you look at the weekly chart, here on the weekly chart we have a signal to buy, and we notice that we had a signal to buy here, no red arrow, and then another signal to buy. That's very, very unlikely or very uncommon, but obviously it happens. So if you have two arrows of the same color in a row, especially on the weekly chart, bigger time frame like that, the next one is going to be a red arrow, okay? And like I said, his went up, it shot up and then came back down. So eventually, yes, this will be going up. It looks to me like this price has hit a pretty solid level of support, okay? You look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows, I mean the monthly chart rather. Monthly chart shows to go down, okay? So that's going to take, that's going to take months, years for that to drop all the way down. So I wouldn't so much count on the monthly chart, but for right now, for this week, what we can expect is, if you look at the 4-hour chart, it's wanting to go up, okay? So we can expect a slow and steady uptrend to form this week, okay? Nothing big. As a matter of fact, it should be perfectly fine to trade from arrow to arrow using a 30-minute time frame, because I don't expect any huge significant gains to be made with the US dollar, okay? Now, one thing to note about the US dollar is that the Congress, okay, is pushing very hard right now to pass a second stimulus package, okay? So it is very possible that this week we will see a second stimulus package. If that happens, you know, buckle up, because the US dollar is going to start riding up, okay? That's going to be good. So more or less, I would look to buy the US dollar, okay? But for some reason in my mind, I really don't see any big significant gains, okay? I don't know about this second stimulus package, if it's going to be passed, and I don't even know what the results, the outcome will be once it gets passed, okay? It's, even if it's passed right away, the money is not going to be distributed for a couple 2 or 3 weeks. So we don't know, you know, speculating if the US dollar will, you know, start rebound rebound this week or wait a few weeks. I don't know, but overall it will be going up slowly and steadily, that is for sure. So if you want to stick to buy only, you can. That'd be a safer bet, I think, but it's really not going to matter too much this week, because it will be, you know, going up and down. So we don't have a lot of high impact news, so that's also good. Moving on to US dollar, Canadian dollar, and I want to wrap this up. Now we see here that the price actually did drop a little bit, but more or less in a flat range of market. The price ended almost exactly where it began. So, you know, we didn't really gain or lose this week. But what's going to happen now is that we have an up arrow, no red arrow on the 30-minute time frame. So it should be going up, okay? If we look at the 4-hour chart, again, we have a blue arrow to buy. This, you know, this means that it's going to be definitely going up, okay, this week. But like I said, it's going to be a slow process. Okay, the daily chart shows the buy, weekly chart shows the buy, so we know that it's going to be going up. So what we can do now is go down to the 30-minute time frame. Okay, you could buy right now, but it might drop a little bit. If you look at the smaller time frames, 15 minutes shows to sell. Okay, so based on what we're seeing right here on the 15-minute time frame, it's probably going to drop a little bit and then go back up. So what I would do is, I'm here on a 30-minute time frame, but if we look right here, we had marked this, and that's our resistance here, and this is our support right here. So what I want to do here, like that. What I want to do is put a buy limit pin order here, okay, and with a take profit just below this green line. So you'd have about, right, the crosshairs. If I put a buy limit right here, okay, just a little ways above, and take a profit, that's about 300 pips in profit. Okay, that's not bad, right? And then second, we'll put a buy stop above this line. Okay, I want to mark this resistance right here. So we're looking, once this resistance is broken, we're looking for the price to go even higher. So I would put a buy stop here, a little ways above, and a take profit here, a little ways below the next resistance. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So again, buy limit, buy stop, perfect strategy. Okay, and you could, if you want to buy, open a trade on one arrow and close on the other, that's perfectly fine. Just like right now, I think the price is going to drop a ways, so I would wait a few hours after the market open, at least 5 or 6 hours, make sure that price drops, and then place your buy trade. If you look at the 15-minute chart, wait till you get a blue arrow and then buy, and then you can close on the opposite red arrow on the 30-minute time frame, if that makes any sense. So that would probably be a very effective strategy as well. So like I said, there's different strategies, different ways to trade. No one strategy is perfect for every situation, and you just have to kind of practice and get experience and learn from your mistakes. Okay, so I hope this was informative. Hope you learned a little bit. Hit me up on Facebook if you have any questions about these predictions, or if you need me to analyze another currency pair. I don't care. Just hit me up on Facebook. There's a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Also, there's a link for my private Facebook group. Okay, so contact me there also, and you can post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. I'll be more than happy to help you. So with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.